Hi parents. I am going to start out by sharing a strategy that we call four corners in the classroom. It is just a strategy to help students solve multi-step word problems. I am going to share a problem with you and then I'm going to model how to use that strategy. A cafeteria makes 2,560 pounds of white rice and 608 pounds of brown rice every month. After 6 months, how many pounds of rice does the cafeteria make? This problem involves several steps to get to the final answer. I'm going to set my paper up by drawing one line down and one line across. I'm going to identify what I know, what I don't know. I'm going to model with a picture, and then I'm going to solve. So we start with what we know. We know that there are 2,516 pounds of white rice made every month and 608 pounds of brown rice every month. What we don't know is how much there is total after 6 months. And remember, this is just a strategy to solve, so it doesn't have to be super neat. I just expect kids to show their thinking so that they can figure out where they're going with this problem. Okay, so I'm going to model this with a picture. We call this a tape diagram. So I'm going to do one tape diagram to represent the amount of white rice cooked every month. And I'm going to do another tape diagram, not the amount of white rice cooked every month, the amount of white rice cooked after 6 months, and the amount cooked of brown rice after 6 months. Okay, we know that the amount of white rice is 2,516 pounds, brown rice is 608 pounds. I know that we're trying to figure out how much was done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're trying to figure out how much was done over 6 months. I can't fit this number into each of these boxes, but each of these boxes represents 1 month of white rice. So that's 2,516 6 different times. I'm also going to do the same thing for my brown rice. That's 608 pounds of brown rice cooked over 6 months, so 6 times. So I see now that I'm going to have to multiply 2,516 by 6 and 608 by 6. My answer is going to be the combined total of those. So I have to multiply two numbers and then add. And I apologize if I make a mistake. All right, so I know how much white rice was cooked over 6 months. Now I need to figure out how much white rice was cooked and how much brown rice was cooked. 608. I have 3,648. So now my final step to get my actual answer is going to be to add these two totals together. Okay, so we should come up with 18,804 pounds of rice cooked total after 6 months. The key with this one, I don't expect students to use this strategy on every single word problem. But I do know that in 4th grade, the word problems become more complex and involve multiple steps. And I've heard a lot of students say, well, this just confuses me. Well, I take this as an approach of, let's just identify, like, if it's a hard problem, if it's not obvious immediately what I'm supposed to be doing, I need to lay out the things I know and don't know. I need to come up with a picture to help me visualize what I'm doing, and then that helps me figure out how to solve it with some standard algorithms. I don't want kids to use this on every single word problem, but on the test, I know that they're going to be looking for those higher levels of thinking, and this helps them work through those levels.